Hey, good morning, all. Happy Monday. Hopefully, everybody had a great weekend. I'm going to do a quick. There's my first. I'm going to do a quick walkthrough through today's task. All right, it's not a huge task. I think the idea is bigger than the task itself. All right, and so to begin, I'm going to go back to what we did last week when we talked about the rhetorical appeals. And one of our goals for today is to establish some ethos, all right, some credibility using our character, okay. And the way that I want us to think about that is kind of this idea that when we present and kind of fairly refute an opposing argument, we are establishing ethos, all right, because we are willing to make some concessions. It shows that we understand the argument, we understand the topic, we understand the issue. And so, with that in mind, I'm going to take us back here. And you're going to have a chance today to make some concessions, okay? And a concession is a literary device used in argumentative writing where one acknowledges a point made by one's opponent. It allows for different opinions and approaches toward an issue, indicating an understanding of what causes the actual debate or controversy, all right? So, with that, I have provided for you some templates to use, all right, for making concessions while still standing your ground. Oftentimes people think that if we concede something, we're giving up our argument. That is entirely untrue. Okay, when we concede something, we are establishing some credibility. We are saying, hey, um, we are coming from a reasonable place to engage in a reasonable conversation. We're coming from an educated and informed place. We understand the argument. All right. And so when we're able to do that, we're able to establish some credibility, or some ethos. All right. And so here are four templates to use. I use them, one of them in an example below. I've also included some commonly used signal or transitional words for making concessions. But for the most part, I want us to stick to using these templates up here. And I'd like you to try to stick to the original language as much as possible. But if you have to modify it to make it fit what you're doing, please feel free to do so. And again, these are just general templates. They are not written in stone. They're not the only ones that you can use. They're just to help you come up with some ideas. All right. So here are our task instructions. First thing you need to do is you need to revisit an earlier task called looking at issues from project conversation. It is this critter right here. Okay. It is where you had to select three issues and then you had to show the two sides and the typical arguments that they make. All right. And it is found right here in project conversation. It is one, two, three. It's the fourth one down. So you're going to need to revisit that to find those three issues that you identified, all right, for that particular assignment. So I want you to revisit that. And then I want you to use the table below to put the issue here. I need you to come up with a formal thesis statement. It is I'm not that worried about how great your thesis statement is right now. I just want you to make a formal position statement about the issue, okay? And then finally, for today's practice, I want you to make a claim with a concession, okay? Um, and so basically, that claim is a reason that would support your thesis. For example, I selected what I thought would be a relevant topic or issue, so homework, okay? My thesis for that is students should not be required to do school work outside of school. Now I have to give a reason for that. And so here is my reason or my claim with a concession using one of the templates from above, all right? On the one hand, I agree that practice is necessary, but on the other hand, I still insist that practice is more productive at school. And so I'm acknowledging that practice has value. I am just saying I believe it's more productive at school. So I'm not giving anything away. I have a definite idea, all right, for what I want to accomplish with my argument here and where I would like to take us. But I'm also achieving some credibility by saying, hey, it is necessary. I'm not going to argue that, all right? And so what it now is about is arguing where it is better placed, whether that's at home or at school. And I want to focus on productivity here, okay? And so with that, I want you to give this a shot. All right. Again, it's just practice. All right. It's our first task at doing this. I just want you to start thinking about, hey, when I make concessions, I increase the likeliness of the credibility or the ethos that I'm achieving with my opponent. And so that is kind of the goal for today. Um, As always, if this isn't clear, please reach out. And I will try to do a better job of clarifying it if this is not clear the first time. Okay. It won't take you very long. Again, I think the idea is bigger than the task here. And I think the idea is an important one because I think concession is important. Okay. So hopefully this gets us started. All right. Happy Monday again. Please reach out if you need help, my friends.